Hello and welcome to my 100% walkthrough of Elden Ring by Level Up Pup Gaming. So here we are at the Lake of Rot. Unfortunately, this episode is not going to be too much fun. And from here on out, to be quite honest, the rest of the game is not going to be too much fun. It's going to be pretty much a laborious chore at this point. We're going to see some really cool stuff, fight some really cool bosses, but for the most part, it's going to get more challenging, worse than it's been before, and you're going to see me struggle. And I apologize for that. And moving forward, if I die a whole bunch to bosses, which I'm totally anticipating I will cut to the final fight. After like 2 fights and me dying, I'll cut to the final fight of me actually taking down whatever boss that I'm struggling with. So try not to waste too much of your guys' time, but as we're moving forward, we just picked up the map, so now we can take a look at what we're doing here. This is where we are, facing this way. What we're going to do to start out is we're going to go all the way along the side picking up loots, and we're going to come down here to a site of grace, and we'll come over here to this little building, grab some loots, and then we will spawn back over the grace, and we'll come down this side. There's a boss right here that we want to stay away from for the moment, and we're going to bring up some pillars and some altars that are going to come out of the ground, so that way we can walk up here and we'll fight a mini-boss. And then after the mini-boss, we will get dressed in our armor and get decked out, come fight a Dragonkin Soldier right here. And then we'll come down into the Cloister. We have a Ulcerated tree spirit, and then a bunch of bugs to take out with our summon. And then after that, we have a boss to fight way down over here, which I'm not going to spoil. I'm just going to show it to you. As soon as we see it, I'll describe its moves when we actually get to it, but I'm not going to spoil what it is, because it's pretty terrifying and pretty insane. In between the episodes, I leveled up. I went and did the routes, and I also went to this little section right here, and I farmed all of the all the phantom soldiers. Remember, if you take down this mausoleum, then all of those soldiers will disappear forever, and you won't be able to farm them. In farming them, I got 2 smithing stone 6s and 5s, so that's the reason that I'm going down there and farming them. And then I use this new place to take out the 2 gargoyles to level up. Remember, in between each episode, I'm only doing 1 level up. So basically just 1 level up every 2 hours. We're probably going to end the game around like 160, 170-ish. Maybe 180, depending on if I can eat some gold pickle foulfoots. But let's go ahead and get started, guys. In my left hand, I have a seal with the Flame Cleanse Me incantation. And then in my right hand, I have the Beast Repellent Torch, because there's a bunch of basilisks in here. And so at any moment I can also switch over to one of my backup weapons if I need to start fighting right away, because there's a few enemies in here that we want to take down. So let's go ahead and get started. So I recommend using Flame Cleanse Me a little bit before it actually gets to full, like right about there, so that way it doesn't actually hit. Remember, Flame Cleanse Me takes a tiny bit of HP every time you use it, just a tiny bit. But you're going to get rotted. It's okay. I'll just put on Bestial Vitality. I probably should have done that first, but it's too late now. But yeah, we got a lot of rot to walk through. So just get used to doing this over and over and over. I know it's going to get annoying. It's okay. Try not to waste your time out here. So come over here first to a building. There's going to be a couple of basilisks. We just And then, of course, let me show you the talismans that I have on here in a second. So, Basilisk just ignore us because we have the torch out. But over here we have, see that guy walking over there? We gotta take him down because he's carrying a talisman that's gonna increase our poison resistance. So turns around or something, so we can walk up behind him. So there's this Dragonkin Soldier around to the right. So we're gonna get rotted while we're taking him down. So there's an immunizing charm. That's the second +1 to the poison and rot talisman that decreases our, or increases our resistance to it. Oops, didn't have my torch out. These guys are probably going to come freak out. Okay, so let's put on Bestial Vitality. Their HP steadily climbing. Not that it matters, we're not going to use our flask right now, but just to be safe. So stay away from the Dragonkin Soldier. We're going to bring up a couple of platforms so that we can fight him out of Rot. We don't have to fight him while we're in the Rot. That'd be pretty brutal. It's kind of what I thought was going to happen first, but when I first came here, but they took mercy on us and they gave us some platforms. Now the platforms are segmented, so it you can still fall in the Rot while fighting him, but it's big enough that you shouldn't have any trouble. And here they are right here. Just to give you an idea of what we're going to be fighting them on, so it's good enough. Sometimes, though, the problem is your Mimic has trouble jumping onto the platforms and it just sits there in the Rot. It doesn't get rotted, but it doesn't help you out with the fight either. Okay, so both. I have the Immunizing Charm on, and I should actually put on the second one. And I have the Modded Necklace, which raises immunity as well. So look at how big the bar is. Look at how big those bars are. Otherwise, you're going to be casting Flame Cleanse Me every 3 seconds, I promise, as opposed to every 10 seconds, which I know doesn't sound like an improvement, but it is. It's a big improvement, and well worth doing while we're going through the Rot. Gimme. You know, make sure you grab all these smithing stones, very important. A couple of butterflies over here I want to grab. And then we're going to run up this rock and jump over into this building to get another set to our sort of mushroom set that we got on right now. We get a helmet. Oh, that was weird. And so the best way I found to get on this every single time is to jump from right here. If you jump from right here, even if you overshoot it, you usually land directly on the platform. See? So try that. Then the Mushroom Crown. I do believe it raises your immunity just a little bit more. Let me see. Just to double check. Oh, that's Mushroom Crown. Raises attack power when suffered from poison or rot. Oh no. Oh, I think it does. So let me see if the bar adjusts, if it goes higher or lower when I put it on. No, it looks like it stayed the same. So, okay, yep, it still prevents you from getting rotten poison. So keep your, there's nothing else in here, but keep your torch out so these guys don't follow you. We're gonna run this way. So now with this Mushroom Crown on, whenever we get poisoned or rot, here I'll let it happen. You'll see watch my character's body as soon as I get rotted. There's the increase in attack power. It's up in the very right, that little alien looking symbol. So pretty cool. Now I think it's like increases by 10 or 15%. Let's go ahead and get all of these butterflies. Which also these, sorry, my cat is knocking a toy against my door right now. So I apologize if you're hearing a loud thud and a jingle. Kitty cat's being naughty. She knows I'm recording and she's angry. But I digress. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. Must not have been important. Well, let's go ahead and sneak up and take this guy out. Oh. Ooh. Didn't realize how rotted I was. And so right here, we can't get up here until we come over onto this platform right here. So I'm not going to stand on it. Well, I think no matter what, if you stand on it, it's going to take you up right away. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Get that over with. But we can't do the rest of it. We have to get these other 2 spots. We'll do that when we come back after we get this grace. Let's slide on back down this ladder. That's how we'll get back up when we come to fight the mini-boss. The mini-boss is just a Onyx Lord or a Alabaster Lord. Those gravity guys with the blue swords. So it shouldn't be too big a deal. And now we're going to go grab a grace and a cookbook. Very interestingly, there are a lot of bloodstains right here. And if you click on them, it's all the same thing. It is guys running and trying everything they can to get to this grace down here before they die of rot. That's them dying of rot. Every single one of these bloodstains is people running to this grace because they're out of health, they're out of... Oh, he just gave up. He's like, oh, I'm not going to make it. Oh, and he's out of health. No more health, so, oh, can I make it? Nope. Every single bloodstain is that. It's kind of interesting. That's why you got to prepare, you guys. Most people didn't know, though. They just stumbled into this massive lake of rot and didn't have the mushroom set, didn't have Flame Cleanse Me ready, and yeah, they just weren't ready for it. Okay, if we come back over this way. I'm right here. Oop. 1 preserving boluses. That should help you get through the entire lake of rot. That's the bad thing about the boluses. They're not going to help you here. We don't have enough material to make them, and even if you do spend all the material you do have to make them, it's just you got to use them too fast. You'll be out of them in just a few seconds. So this is the best way to go with Flame Cleanse Me. So if you don't have the faith for it, and I think the only class that, if you put the yellow talisman on, that increases your faith by 5 levels. I think the only class that can't use this is the prisoner, I think. That's the one with the lowest faith. So any other class, just put that talisman on, you'll be able to use Flame Cleanse Me. It only costs 12 faith. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we're going to go back to this grace and go down the other side. Okie dokie. And this other side has a couple of freaky views that make me feel a little nauseous. Not nauseous, just kind of like, oh, that's freaky to think about. I'll show you in a sec. So bring this one up. And then we're going to need the torch back out because we got one basilisk there to chase us. Grab those rockeries. Ooh. Remember, try not to roll on this, otherwise you're going to have rot build up even after you use Flame Cleanse. Oh. Well, that's because I'm standing in it. Never mind. So right here, this freaks me out because I feel like I thought for the first time I came over here, I thought for sure I was going to get attacked. I thought, yep, there's a giant monster right here. I buffed up and everything. I put on a aromatic perfume bottle. I was super scared. I was convinced that a giant dragon or a monster was going to come out of this little canvas area because, I mean, it's an area. See, that's the pillars that we're seeing right there holding this area up. That's where all the rot's coming from, so figured something was going to crawl out of there and chase us or attack us. We're going to have to fight it in this rot, but nope, nothing. Wonder if they intended to, or if it's just a missed opportunity. Let me come over all the way in this corner and get some butterflies. So like I said, I'm doing this to give you the option. If you want to come over here to get 2 Aeonia butterflies, it's up to you. Otherwise, if you're like that, I'm not interested in that, you can just skip to the next part. Yeah, it's a bummer we can't use torrent in here, but I think that's the whole challenge. So run on over to this next pillar. Raise up a couple more platforms. He jumped up, then got scared. So one part is up, we got one more to bring up, and then we can go up there and fight the mini-boss that's up there. That's all 3 points. Hey, thanks for praising my message. Didn't have to use a heal. And speaking of messages, let me show you, see how many upvotes we've gotten. Probably gotten a few downvotes as well, so people don't like that. I see no reason to downvote a message unless it's lying, trying to trick you. Getting you to do something that might actually make you lose your runes or something like that, that'll downvote, but aside from that, I don't see the point in downvoting people just trying to help out other players. Makes no sense to me, but it's not for me to understand, I suppose. Alright, guys. Ooh, look at that, 65. Ooh, this is almost at 100. Once it gets to 100 or more, this starts to turn into a more intense light, so I think it turns like a little bit yellow. And then once you get to like 500, it's like gold and really, really bright, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, 65, 13, 23. Climbing. I have a few more messages to write a little bit later in the game. Alright, let's get buffed up, shall we? And fight an Alabaster Lord. It's always nice to parry these guys, so go ahead and parry him. And I'll just keep this on for fun. Whoop. Wrong button. There you go. Now we get a second Alabaster Sword. Actually, sorry, this is our first. My apologies. But we'll get a second one a little bit later in the game. And come over here for a Somber 9. Which you wouldn't be able to reach unless you raised up the platform, so that's why we did that. There's nothing else up over here, so now let's go ahead and we've raised up all the platforms, we've grabbed the Grace. All that's left to do is fight the 2 mini-bosses. Let's go ahead and go back up here and change out all of our talismans and get ready to fight a Dragonkin Soldier. Alright, so I believe we were wearing the Crucible Knight armor. Let's go ahead and stick with that. Not gonna need this anymore. Move my dagger over. And then put that. Oh. Katana. And staff. Okie doke. Nope. Let's raise the power of our sorceries and our stamina recovery. We are good to go. Alright, you guys, let's rock. And so this Dragonkin Soldier has some rot attacks and stuff like that, so should be ready with Flame Cleanse Me. Make sure you keep your seal on. If you fall into the rot, don't roll, otherwise it's just going to keep building up as you're trying to fight him. And he should stop following you right here. And we'll be safe to buff up right here. Okay. So, like I said, the Mimic, it might get stuck. It actually might be smarter for us to jump on that platform and summon it. Because I'm dead serious, I've had it just fall in between these two cracks and not be able to get out. So let's go ahead and get buffed up first, and then we'll head over there and summon the Mimic while that thing is waking up. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and just buff ourselves up. We'll give the Mimic a aromatic. And this we don't need because we used Golden Vow, so let's get that over there since we want the Mimic to have. Let's use this and then we'll heal up. Alright, let's jump over and summon the Mimic. Wow, didn't even wake up. That's crazy. So, yeah, you're safe to do it right here. Alright. Thanks, Mimic. You're the best. Before that, thank you, Mimic. I love you. We get the Dragon Scale Blade, which is a really long katana. Doesn't have any blood loss on it, but it does have a cool Ash of War that coats it in lightning and frost. I think, wait, actually it might have blood loss. Ooh, just got rotted. Oh goodness. Oh, Mimic, you still hanging? What's going on, buddy? What are you still doing here? Yeah, so I was confused. I'll see you in a minute, Mimic. Okay, and so that is everything in the Lake of Rot, you guys. We are done. Just gotta go down to the Grand Cloister and clear out some bugs and a big worm. And we're out of here. Back up above ground. Well, not quite. We still have another boss after that. But, what was I gonna do? I was going to... Oh, yeah, check for blood loss on this katana. Nope, no blood loss. So, but once you do the weapon art, it coats the sword in lightning and frost. So, pretty cool, and it's just as long as the... can't remember what it's called. The Nagakiba. So it matches its length and that, so it pairs good with that. It's a little bit longer than the Moon Veil and everything else. Okay, you guys, let's head on over to the Grand Cloister. How many rooms do we got? 60,000. Yeah, we can take out the worm and everything first, and if we need to go level up, we will. So no items down there, no items over here. But there is a gold rune across this little gap, so don't fall down just yet. Jump over here and then walk around here. Gold rune 10, and then we can fall down the little crack, and we're gonna start pelting pots at these guys, trying to get them burnt out as quick as we can. These ones do a lot better than any other ones, so as soon as I run out of my other pots, I'm gonna start making those. So from right here, we're gonna go ahead and take out as many of these worms as we can, so we don't gotta deal with them when we get down there, because they're pretty annoying. Missed him. That's better. Oh, I'm embarrassing myself, you guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. One down. Oh. Sidestep that beautifully. My goodness. One more. There we go. Now it's your turn, sir. There's one for you. How about another? Oh. One more. Got it. few pixels off. Oh, I got him. I guess we'll come down here and get this guy. Thought there was one more walking around somewhere, but yeah, let's wait until he comes over. We're gonna want these pots for the Ulcerated Tree Spirit. It's really, really weak against fire, so these will just melt its health bar. Oh, need to put those pots on, don't I? Look at that damage. Man, 615 from one pot. It's beautiful. There we go. Now it's safe to come down. There's a bunch over there, but they're going to stay focused on that little altar that they're worshipping, so free to come over and grab some loots and then get ready to fight this Ulcerated Tree Spirit. And so what's going to happen, what's happened to me the last few times that I did this, is as soon as we walk over to trigger it, the Mimic is going to run in there, and it might get stuck just in the middle of this hallway fighting the Mimic. And if that happens, we can just pelt volcanic pots or volcano pots at it until it dies. So that could happen. Otherwise, it might come over here, and then we'll have to fight it, try and moonveil it and stagger it, dodge it, and whatnot. So you know the drill. We fought in these before. Let's go ahead and get ready. And keep Flame Cleanse Me or a Bolus ready, because we're going to get rotted as we're trying to run back to this platform. Happens every time. And I'll go ahead and skip the perfume bottles. It's not that serious. Watch me get destroyed as I say that. I guess I should have summoned the Mimic first. So we want the Mimic alive after this, because we're gonna go fight some bugs. It's useful to have the Mimic to help. Okay. I think that's it. Yep. Oh, wait, no. Flame Cleanse Me. That's what I need. Okay, let's get going. As soon as we come over here to grab these items, it's gonna pop up and start chasing us. And there's the bumble. So go ahead and get rotted, jump back on this platform. And there it is, fighting the Mimic. So go ahead and just start hucking volcano pots at it. Man, I'm not hitting it. Ooh, oh Lord. Look at that damage. Oh, punch. There's the stagger. Got it. Alright. What's up, Mimic? I'll give you another buff up real quick. Alright, let's go fight these little bugs. Tarnished. Alright, you guys, pick up all the loot and the goodies here before we move on. And unfortunately, there's no grace before the next boss, so we have to go sit at the grace and then respawn everything, sneak past all the bugs, but it's okay, they won't notice us. We'll be able to slip right by. But that scorpion stinger is a knife that causes scarlet rot buildup. Pretty cool. Scales with dexterity, I believe. So there's a few plants over here. I'm just going to go all the way over here to check to see if I missed any runes. I don't think I did. So let me check real quick. And so this is the part that I'm nervous. Yeah, there's some butterflies over here. Oh yeah, and I forgot. We got the smithing stones and stuff that this Ulcerated tree spirit was guarding, so don't forget to pick these up after the battle. Oh no. Yeah, very important to pick up those smithing stones. And of course the butterflies. Let's go on back up over and level up real quick. So just in case you missed our new rune farm for leveling up, this is it right here. We slap on the golden talisman, it's gold scarab, and come over here and take down these 2 gargoyles. And that'll net us 8,000 every single time. And just do that over and over until you have enough minutes to level up. Every once in a while, one of them will have gold eyes, and you'll get 20k just for one of them. So end up with 24,000 just for a few seconds of work. Pretty awesome. There it is. 8,000. So just go up to about 11,000. We'll head on in and fight the next boss, which is kind of like sort of the main boss of Ranni's quest. Because it's a non-optional boss. Is if you want to finish Ranni's quest, you have to fight this boss. The next boss after it is optional. You can just run past it if you don't want to fight it. So, for that reason, it makes more sense to consider this next boss to be the final boss of Ranni's quest. That was a really big jump attack. I didn't think the animation was going to play out. Just a few more times should do the trick. Alright. Where are we at? Endurance. Let's get it. Alright guys, so like I said, we just gotta wait for these bugs to walk by and then we'll go ahead and sneak past them all. Run over to the little transport. It's gonna take us to the next boss fight. So let's go ahead and wait for these guys to run by. So this next boss is the grown-up version of the full-grown Falling Star Beast. Now I know that may sound like we are fighting a bigger version of what we fought on top of Mount Gelmir. That's not the case. What it is it's an evolved version. So it looks more like a giant centipede made out of these shiny little planets. It's got the same face with the same pincers. And it's got the eye in its forehead just like the full-grown Falling Star Beast did. But it's got hands. It's got like 6 hands. It does a ton of gravity magic. It loves to grab you with its pincers. It loves to grab you with its hands. It only does that when it's teleporting though. It loves to teleport around the arena. And it loves to slam its tail into you. It loves to shoot gravity magic, like I said. That will catch you, do some serious damage. And yeah, he's brutal. He's a brutal fight. A lot of people struggle with him. I'm probably going to struggle with him as well, especially because he's highly immune to magic. He's not immune to it, I shouldn't say, but he's highly resistant to it. So I think he like 40% damage negation or something for magic damage. So right here, this little coffin, just like we took in the deep root depths, we're going to take this down to the next area. So go in here, don't worry about the rot, and just head on in. Alright, so there is a statue of America down here, so if we do die, we can respawn right here. But there's no site of grace, so that's why we had to go sit down. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to make some rot pots, because we can rot and poison him, but I'm just going to try and rot him. And then, just going to try and focus on getting him staggered and doing as many of the rock slings into his face as I possibly can. Let me see. 210, this does 196. Oof. I think I'm just going to keep this, because I might switch over to some other stuff. So we'll try that first off. If that doesn't work, then I'll try the Bloodhound's Fang, and if that doesn't work, then I'll try the Halo Scythe. Even though we're not on the faith side of things, we still have enough faith to use it, and it should do enough physical damage enough times, like repeatedly, that should do the trick. So let's go ahead and make some rot pots. He's resistant to magic, so let's make some lightning pots. You can't frost him. I don't think I have the materials to make any more frost pots. Yeah, I don't. We'll get plenty of those coming up later in the game. So hopefully the Mimic just keeps its distraction while we do damage from behind and dodge as many of its moves as we possibly can. So it's a brutal fight. Don't be discouraged if you go down. We're definitely going to want some perfume bottles for this one. Fair warning, as soon as we come in, he's going to shoot us. So like right as we summon the Mimic, we might get hit directly after that if we can't dodge in time, because he's going to charge up and shoot a magical beam at us, just like Radon does with his arrows. But he only does it once, and then he's going to kind of walk towards us, and then he's going to slam his tail twice as we run towards him. And then after that, we should be up in his face, and we just got to dodge his bites and his pincer attacks and stuff like that as we try and build up stagger. Or let the Mimic distract him, and then we will try our best to... We do have Shiburi's Woe. We can put Shiburi's Woe on, summon the Mimic, and then take Shiburi's Woe off, but that might take a little too much time and might get us hit a couple of times, so I'm going to go ahead and just not do that strategy. Let's go ahead and get buffed up. Wish me luck, guys. And gals. Because I am terrified. Hands are shaking. We're not going to have time to buff up the Mimic, so just buff up yourself. Alright, we'll try and rot him immediately. Yeah, so we're going to need that just to actually make a few more. Alright, here goes nothing. Time to dodge it. Alright, so like I said, he's going to do 2 tail slams now as we run towards him. There's 1. So that's a swooping attack. It's going to come in next to you and then it'll blow up. It's a good chance to get in your face and try and hit him. Here's his teleport. Well, he's going to try and grab me, and he got me. Start pressing buttons, try and get this to not do all the damage in the world. Time. Get off. Oh, forgot to try and rot him. Stay away from him. Okay, this one you just want to start running. Hopefully all of it will miss you. This is going towards the mimic. Yeah, it was. Okay, this one you want to back away from. Okay, we got him. Nope, didn't get him rotted. It's okay. Trying to build up another stagger. That one you want to stay clear of. If you get caught in it, then you got to roll 3 times to go with the waves and get a second stagger off, so you can get a. Good. Just a few more hits and you should be done. That's Astel, you guys. Naturalborn of the Void. Don't be ashamed if you struggle with him. Hey Mimic, where'd you go? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the best. For that we get a remembrance and a good chunk of runes. So, if you see a gate right here, as you're coming towards this grace, it's because you didn't pick up the Dark Moon Ring, I believe it's called, and that is in the library next to Ranni. It's the chest that was locked, but now it's unlocked because we picked up the or Ranni gave us the key for it after we defeated Blaidd. Actually, I think we just got it from Blaidd. So if you don't have it, if there's a gate there saying it's sealed, go to the Grand Library and open that chest because you got it after you defeated Blaidd. So grab it and then this should be open. But what we're going to do is we're going to go level up again because we have a dragon coming up that we have to fight. And this dragon is going to be very vicious, just as vicious as the boss that we just fought. If not more. I think it might actually have more resistance to magic, but we'll try and rock sling it. I'm surprised the rock sling worked against Astel. As you can tell, it was not doing as much damage as something like fire or holy would do. And I didn't put enough rot into him to get him rotted. That's a bummer. But we'll try and rot the dragon too, so let's go ahead and make 5 of these. That should do the trick, hopefully. You can hear the dragon stomping around. Welcome you guys to the Moonlight Altar. We are finally on top of this altar, this landmass that we couldn't get to before, and everybody was always wondering how to get up here. We're finally here. So here's the dragon right here. We're gonna fight the dragon, and then guess what? We got 3 more dragons to fight right here, which is fun. And then we have a very vicious and strong Red Wolf of Radagon, and then we got a puzzle to solve with 3 turtles. There's a ruins over here with a couple of royal revenants that we can heal. And then after that, we have an Evergaol with one of the funnest boss fights, one of the most difficult, but one of the funnest boss fights in the entire game. So let's go ahead and get leveled up and get to work. Always want to make sure you put on the gold Scarab Talisman for these guys, because otherwise you're only going to get like 3,200 from each of them. So it'd be 6,000. So just cheapen yourself out of 2,000 every time by not wearing the golden Scarab Talisman. Every rune counts. Ooh, Missed him. So I'm actually going to skip going to Dexterity and Intelligence, and I'm going to start alternating it just every 2 times. So I'm going to go back up to Vigor, and I'm going to do Vigor, Mind, Endurance, and then I'm going to go down 1 time to Dexterity and Intelligence, and then go back up to Vigor and Mind and Endurance twice. And I'm doing that because we're getting close to the end of leveling up our Mind and Endurance and our Vigor, to be honest. So the quicker we get that capped off, then the quicker we can just focus on raising up our 2 attack attributes for the rest of the game. So I'm going to focus a little bit more on my health, mind, stamina moving forward for the next few episodes, because I want to have that as nice and healthy as possible before we get into the next area, the next landmass, because the next landmass is brutal. Not only is it brutal, but I'm going to be honest, we're getting into the next landmass, we're getting into areas of the game where we're not going to be fighting everything. And instead of clearing areas out, we're just going to be running through areas, because everything in it is just not worth fighting. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. Like Deep-Root Depths, the things in it were easy enough that we can take out, but when we get to like the Consecrated Snowfield, the Mountaintop of Giants, yeah, we're just going to be running for our lives, trying to get through areas. So it's going to be a little bit different, but let's go ahead and go fight a dragon. So we can summon the Mimic for this one too, thankfully. But the other ones, the other 3 dragons, we cannot summon for. We just have to fight them fair and square, so that's going to be brutal. Let's go ahead and raise up our Vigor, going into level 30, 130. Alright, so I'm going to remember a spell. We don't need Flame Cleanse Me anymore, so we can take that off. Let's see. I think there's really anything else to put on at the moment that'll help us with this fight. So I'll go ahead and just put on the heal right now so we have it ready for the Revenants later. Alright, you guys, wish me luck. This fight always makes me nervous. So we can move up the hill a little bit before we actually summon our Mimic, just so we're not wasting time running all the way up this hill, because it doesn't spawn in until you get right to the church. So right about here is good to summon. Let's get to it. I'm going to try and get under the dragon's feet and give it a couple of strong attacks first. Oh no. Wow, he went far. Seen the dragon go that far. Man. Stagger. Let's just try and rot it. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. hit me. Oh no. Oh jeez. Come on, Rot, do your thing. Done. Mimic, where are you? Oh, get my way. Gotta thank my Mimic. Thank you, Mimic. That was a brutal fight. And for that, we get one of the best sorceries in the game, Adula's Moonblade, and 3 Dragon Hearts. Wow, didn't realize that. Alright. There's a bunch of Starlight Shards in here. A bunch. Wasn't joking. There's a lot. And I had the Gold Scarabond, didn't I? Yes, I did. So I got 150,000 runes from that because I had the Gold Scarabond. I forgot to take it off after leveling up, so that's another reason my sorceries didn't do as much damage, because I didn't have on the talisman that raises my potency. Wow. Can't believe I beat that dragon with the Gold Scarabond. That's embarrassing. Sorry about that. Well, not sorry, because I get extra runes. Pretty awesome. Watch out for this hole down here. You don't want to fall down there. I'm just going to grab all the rest of the Starlight Shards, sorry. And then down over here are the ruins that we're going to clear out after we finish Ranni's quest. That was the last boss to fight in Ranni's quest. And like I said, you don't have to fight it. You can just run past it, or right around this church from the backside and come in a different way. It's not a required fight to end Ranni's quest. Let me go ahead and level up real fast. So only 5 more levels, and then my mind is done. We're done leveling up mind for the game. We'll be at 200 mind. Plenty to get us through the entire game. Absolutely. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn our lantern on because it's a little dark right here. Let's go ahead and change this too. Alright, so careful jumping down. If you jump down the wrong way and you fall all the way down, you might actually take damage and die. There's nothing else in here. So just run straight forward. Those are 2 fingers, Ranni's 2 fingers, the ones that she said she killed. Notice the half centipede mark in it. Same half centipede that was in her flesh. Let's put on the ring.
So it was thee who would become my lord. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased, however. Thou art a fitting choice. I go now to the night sky. It is there I shall find mine order. I bid thee travel the path of the Lord, and once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
And that's it, you guys. We have gotten Ranni's ending now, and for that we get one of the best greatswords in the entire game. Dark Moon Greatsword has frost build-up, absolutely vicious, vicious Ash of War. And charged attack too. The charged attack is brutal. And so this will lead us back out onto the other side of the church. We are done with Ranni's quest, and with that, we have a few other things to do to tie up Ranni's quest. First, both of them are really sad, but first is to come talk to Ichi. Because remember, she said, tell Ichi and Blaidd I love them? We gotta do that.
Greetings, my fellow. Lady Ranni has departed on her journey along the dark path of Empyrean, from Renna's Rise, as she calls it. Now Lady Ranni is in your hands. I pray that you serve her well unto the very end. Lady Ranni along the dark. Now Lady Ranni, I pray that you.
We might have to do something first to get this to trigger. Yep, okay. So now we come up over here to Ranni's Rise to talk to Blaidd. But Blaidd isn't going to be himself, unfortunately. And we have to fight him. And it's probably one of the saddest parts of the whole game. I hate doing this. Especially because he's a really tough fight. If you struggled with the Baleful Shadow, you're going to struggle here too. I'm sorry to say. But we're going to try and rock sling him and just stagger him and take him down, put him out of his misery as quick as we can. Alright, you guys. See these Black Knife assassins laying on the ground? Wizards that have joined the battle, unfortunately. So I'm gonna run this way. So he closes the distance quick and he hits hard. Sorry, Blaidd. Rest in peace, my friend. Man, it's a vicious fight. Don't be discouraged if you struggle with that, you guys. For that, we get his armor set and his sword. And now, I believe, that should trigger the end of VG's quest. Nope. Okay, not sure what triggers his quest.
Greeting.
Oh, there we go.
Unthinkable. How could Blaidd? How did he break free from his cell? No. More importantly, Blaidd became a curse that plagued Lady Ranni. Yet even in madness, gave himself to her. I've made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blaidd. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
That's a sad, sad way to leave this story. That should trigger the end of his quest. Yes, that's EG on fire and dead. But he took down the Black Knife assassins that came for him. So, unfortunately our friend is gone. But he leaves behind his bell bearing and his helm. And he took down his assassins with him. Rest in peace, good sir. That's the end of Ranni's quest, you guys. We have wrapped it up completely. All that's left to do is go and take down the rest of the stuff that's on the Moonlight Altar, because there is some very, very good loot down here. Incredible loot. And I'm super nervous about these dragons. I'm just going to try the Halo Scythe starting out because I struggled so much with that Glinstone Dragon just now. So we're going to try the Halo Scythe and see if that can do the trick. Because these guys are very aggravating. I just want to melt their health bar as fast as I can, if possible. And if need be, I'll switch over back over to Faith, if need be. I'm trying to decide if I want to raise my Faith. No, I'll just raise my Dexterity. That'll probably be better. Alright, you guys, let's give it a shot. So the first one we want to kind of go over to the side. We don't want to fight this first one because if we fight him right here, the one behind him can wake up and get involved in it, especially if he jumps back to breathe fire and stuff. If he jumps back far enough, he'll jump back into the second dragon, then we'll have two dragons fighting us at once. So come over around the side, down over to here. This is the way towards the Evergaol. And from here, we're going to aggro the first dragon and fight him in this little area right here. So let's give this a shot. If I fail too much at this, then I'm going to leave the dragons for another time and come back when I'm a little bit stronger, such so I don't waste any more time in this episode. So let's go ahead and get to work. Please wish me luck. This is a late roll. He's gonna shoot two of them. It's a late roll on both of them. Shoot. No, I'm stuck. Shoot. That's what I was afraid of him doing. He's getting mixed up with the other dragons, which unfortunately he did. Hopefully he respawns over here, because I can't go over there to fight him with that other dragon there. It's a bummer. I think I can lock him away from here. Nope. See if we can get a little closer. Man. Hopefully he comes back over to his spot or tries to. Your faith. face there, dude. Just keep it right there. Come on. See how much damage that didn't do? It's like just nothing. I think I might have to just bite the bullet, go over there and fight him, and hope these other dragons don't get in the mix. Oh, that's fire. Oh, I woke his friend up. His friend got damaged by that. That's crazy. I didn't know they could hurt each other. That's kind of interesting. Well, this is a conundrum. Let's see. Let's try this. Can't craft another one. Oh, can't do it now. Come on, come on, come on. Craft one. Nope. Alright, here's what I'm gonna try. Oh. Guess I gotta. There's one of these to summon torrent. Oh, come on. Right as I come up, really. Alright, let's give this a shot. Man, that was iffy, but looks like the Halo scythe did the trick. Just gotta try and keep them focused on me somehow. I might be able to do it again. All right, let's take one off the map and go for the second one. Let's make a couple of these, just in case I need to. And again, we want to bring him out. We don't want to fight him up in this area right here. It's too small and cramped, so we want to bring him out over in the area where we're trying to fight the other one too. So we'll attack him from right here and try and drag him this way. Let's go ahead and get buffed up. Now. Now. Oh, I messed that up. Bunch of terrible fire. Staggered him. This one was guarding something, actually. At least some gravelstone, I think. Yeah, guarding some gravelstone, so. Just one more, you guys, one more. Let's go ahead and refill our flasks. So yeah, they're not too hard to deal with as long as they don't breathe any fire. If they start blowing fire at you, that's when it becomes a pain. I'll go ahead and stick with the Halo scythe for this last one. This one actually is pretty much a pain because he's awake already, so I gotta ride up right towards him and try and get under his feet. Otherwise he's gonna start blowing fire and magic at us, as a matter of fact. Yeah, let's do some of these. Let's do this and fire. Okay. Just in case we need one mid-battle. last one. This happens. That might have saved me though. Honk. There we go. Alright guys, 3 dragons down. And it only drops 6,000 runes apiece, that's hardly worth it. But we get 3 dragon hearts so we can buy some more dragon spells when we switch back over to the faith side of things. Whew. Glad that's over with. Now all we got left are Crystallians and a Red Wolf of Radagon. Fun, fun. Alright, let's go refill our flasks. Oof. Glad that's over with. I was really nervous about that. Oh goodness, okay. Let's change our setup too. I'm gonna want some defense for this next one coming up. I hate Red Wolf of Radagons, truly I do. I'll just stick with this. No, I'm probably not going to use it against it. I'm just going to use the... Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do Bloodhound's Fang. No, if we're going to do Bloodhound's Fang, then I'm going to use Blood Flame. So let me go put that spell on real fast. Ooh, don't want to take that off though. Yeah, I'm not going to be using this at all, so let's switch that out with Blood Flame for now. Alright, so now this area is dragon free. We can head on down. We got this cliffside we're going to ride down the side of, and there's going to be a bunch of Crystallians, I think 3 or 4. That we gotta take down, and then right after them is going to be a Red Wolf of Radagon. Fun stuff, fun stuff. So I'll try Blood Flame first on this to see if I can get it to bleed out. And then if that doesn't work, then sorry, I'm just trying to get one of them to come towards me. I'll throw another one back there. Try and get that guy to leave me alone. Yeah, there we go. So I got him distracted. See how the other one is heading towards the knife that I threw? That's what I was trying to do. And get him coming towards me. So I can start hitting them up. Without the other one getting in the middle of things. Whoops, that was a late parry. Very late parry. He's still over there, so we're good. There's the break. Louise. Oh, I'm heavy rolling. Why am I heavy rolling? That's not good. Just got a blade sticking out of my skull. Oh no. What's making me heavy roll? Is it the shield? Must be the shield. Yeah. Look at that. I'm fine. This is fine. Oh Lord. Heavens. Luckily, it refills our flasks after we take these guys down. They're not guarding anything, so there's no special items around. There's two more down over here, so try and get the first one to come towards us. Oh, shoot. Ow. Lord, those do some damage. The other one's coming up. Let's take out this one first. How much damage that thing does. Best refill flasks. Man. 7 to 5, that should do. Alright, this is the part that I'm really nervous about. Get all the right buffs. Take this off. Alright, dodges projectiles, so it's pointless to try and do that. Alright, here we go. I really do hate fighting these things. Very range. Whoops. Didn't do that. Oh, didn't mean to put that on as I already have protection on. Alright, for that we get some really good loots though. Get some high smithing stones for that. So it's worth the trouble. But that was very much the last hard thing. I mean, some people might struggle with the Evergaol fight here, but if you've learned Black Knife Assassins, then it shouldn't be too much struggle. But if you're struggling really hard with Black Knife Assassins, then yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be an uphill struggle for you. But aside from that, we shouldn't have anything hefty left to fight on this island. We have the Royal Revenants, but we can heal those out of Oblivion, so no biggie there. But we are done with basically the hard part of the Moonlight Altar, because it is hard, man. There's gonna be a lot of turtles down here, so please forgive me, my fellow turtle enthusiasts and lovers. I know I'm about to be a monster taking out so many turtles, but their turtleneck meat is invaluable. And there's a lot of them down here. Even more over by the Evergaol. But we got a rise to solve, and then this rise is probably the best sorcery in the game, or one of. I know, I'm sorry, you guys. We still have heal on, so we don't need to go. Let's examine. We gotta find 3 great beasts, but on top of that, the beasts are all over the island, so it's not around the rise. But the first one is. The first one's right here. Let's go ahead and hook a pot at it. Got it. So that's 1 down. Now we'll go on over to the second one. I'm gonna pass some wolves and stuff on the way there. There's just foliage on the way, nothing important. Thought for sure we'd fight a rune bear over here or something. With how hard this place actually is, kind of figured we were gonna have more than just the dragons and the red wolf, but luckily that's all there is. So the Evergaol, might as well talk about it right now on our way here, but the Evergaol is the ringleader for the Black Knife Assassins, so it's Alecto is her name, and she just has a few extra moves, you know, otherwise it's the same fight as a Black Knife Assassin fight, but she's got a few extra moves, and of course she has super high defense and really high, vicious high damage output, so she's a little tanky, but for the most part we're just going to parry her and have fun dancing around with her, because she is a fun fight. And if I could put my sign down for Evergaol fights, I would. I'd put my sign down for her because I love fighting her. But fortunately, I don't think you can get summoned for Evergaol fights, so... Let's see, up over here, we should see a turtle. Right there. Let's go ahead over to this edge right here and throw another pot. There we go. Not take them all the way down. No, it did. Just didn't get ruins. Alright. So we're gonna go to the ruins first before we go get the final turtle. So make sure you have heal ready or holy pots in case you don't have heal on or you don't want to use it. Have holy pots and holy attack, sacred blade ready because there's 2 royal revenants in there, not just 1 but 2. Okay. Oops. Ah. Alright, so the first one is just going to be right up, right in here. Right here. Should be a couple of other stray revenants around. We can just heal those guys as they pop up. but nothing too serious. The other one is on the other side of the ruins, so we gotta cross a field to get to it, so should be a basement right here. Smithing stone 8, I believe. Yes, 3 of them. And the next one is up over here. There shouldn't be any more items in here. So, same as the last one, we're just going to run right up the middle and jump right on top of it and heal it. Alright, cool. Hard part over. Now there should be one more basement. I think it needs a stone sword key. But there's also going to be a bunch of revenants that pop up as well. This is the Cerulean Amber Medallion, raises your mind and your FP by a bunch now. Just in case you wanted it. You need the extra FP for any reason. I'm just gonna ignore these guys, grab the loots, and run on out of here. Alright, so nothing over here, just a bear and foliage and stuff like that, so. As we make our way up, there is another ruins that just has a bunch of invisible, just some invisible wizards and stuff that are gonna disappear and reappear, disappear and reappear. Let's go ahead and take them down, grab the loot that's in there, and then we'll head on over and fight Alecto. Which, I love this fight, but some of you may not. Oh, you guys are so annoying. Oh, it's because I got the... Yeah, that'll do it. There we go. Bloodhound's Fang's pretty heavy. Alright, Somber Smithing Stone 8. That's the last of the loots on this island. Or I should say the Moonlight Altar. But yeah, watch out for these explodey things. They'll just pop up as you're grabbing loots and stuff. That was there, my apologies. Yeah. Definitely want to grab that. That's all that's in that ruin. Now we'll go ahead and... Oh, no, first. We're going to go get the last turtle. Apologies, forgot about that. This last turtle makes me queasy every single time. I don't like heights on a good day, so... When you get launched up high all the way up in the air and you just in a free fall, yeah, it's like I've had nightmares like that. It freaks me out. So, last one is up here in the sky. There he is, right there. And so to get to him, there is a spirit spring. We just gotta jump in it, and it's gonna have us headbutt him, take him out of the sky, and then we're gonna land safely. But it's freaky. It's freaky. I'm so freaked out. Literally, I just felt my stomach sink just doing that. So, seal's open on the rise. Go ahead and take this stuff off. Take that off. Take this off because we're gonna go grab that. Take that off, and then all we got left is the Evergaol fight. So let's go ahead and grab a reward for opening up the Rise. Chelona's Rise. Alright. Ranni's Dark Moon. One of the best sorceries in the game, but has high intelligence, excuse me. Has high intelligence requirements, super high. I think like 60 or 70. So you got to be a pure intelligence build if you're going to go for it. And it's hard to cast, it's really slow to catch off, but once you do catch it off, it is fantastic. I'm not afraid of this fight, but as always, want to set a good example. Let's go level up and spend our runes before we get into a tough fight. Especially Evergaol fights, it's not that big of a deal because your runes are right there. There's always a, what do you call it? There is always a Stake America next to an Evergaol, so your runes will always just appear right where you respawn after you die. So it's never a big deal to go into an Evergaol with a bunch of runes. That's okay. But I'm just going to do this just to eat up some time. I'm trying to make a 2-hour episode, so I'm probably going to end in the Volcano Manor itself, which is way further than I thought we were going to get. I thought this was going to take 2 hours alone, so very happy to be at this spot. We'll take out Alecto, we'll teleport over to the Volcano Manor, and there's a really quick but short boss fight that we'll do there. And then we'll call it an episode. We'll start the Volcano Manor next episode, which will be our 3rd Legacy dungeon. Or, I'm sorry, good lord, our 4th Legacy dungeon. I don't know what I'm saying. Adula was our 3rd. Some people don't consider Volcano Manor a Legacy dungeon, but I do. It's got the qualities and characteristics of a Legacy dungeon. And then after that, we'll have 2 more Legacy dungeons, 2 more landmasses, and just a handful of caves and stuff left, and we are almost done with the game. We are definitely over the halfway mark, that's for sure. Definitely about 55, maybe even 60% of the way done. Got about 40, 45% left. Would be my estimate. Just looking for a level up. Oh, just barely. Excellent. Alright. Let's head on over. Finish up the Moonlight Altar. So my next level up will go into Dexterity and my attack attributes, Intelligence. So Alecto isn't something to be disrespected. She'll tune you up if you're not paying attention, if you miss your parries and stuff like that. She's going to make you pay for it, and she's fast. And she's agile, she can dodge projectiles better than anything we've fought up to this point. So, yeah, best bet is just parrying her. Just like we've been doing with Black Knife Assassins. That's what I'm going to try and do. Now, the 2 extra moves that she has, well actually, now I think about it, it's just 1 extra move. So the 1 extra move that she has is she'll charge up her knife, fly in the air, it'll turn red, and then she'll slam down a huge circle, and AoE will go off of just a bunch of red slashes. And you gotta run. When she starts to charge up, you gotta run away from her, and then at the last second, roll out of it. So, it's very tricky, and if it catches you, it'll eat up at least half your health bar. And if you're at half health, it will kill you. So let's go ahead and fight Alecto, you guys. Let's take that off. Let's do... Yeah, we'll do that. Should have changed that, but it's too late. Alright, let's go ahead and get buffed up with what we do got. Doesn't matter. That's good enough. Just the frost. Oh, I messed that up. Oh, here it is. Roll. You can actually roll behind her and then run up and repost her. There's enough time for a repost. But you have to get the roll. If it catches you, then you're not going to have enough time to run up because you'll be recovering from the attack animation. That one you have to parry at the very end of her spin. Oh, that's close. I should have parried that on what I was doing. That's a free post every time she does that jump in the air. Just run behind her. Oh, messed up that parry. Messed that one up too. There it is. Messed that up. Roll backwards. We need to roll backwards. There's a frost. Watch out for that grab. That grab will do a bunch of damage. It's always better to block that first ting and then parry or spin, because it always follows it up with a spin. And that's Alecto, Black Knife Ringleader, you guys. Rest in peace. Before that, we get quite possibly the best spirit summons in the entire game, aside from the Mimic, you know, because the Mimic is that good. Black Knife Tish is either number 1 above it or number 2 right below it. And it's going to be who we're going to be using for future fights moving forward, because she is just too awesome. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and cap off that level up, because we got to lose our runes here in a second. We're going to die. So, at the start of Ranni of the Lakes, we had talked to Patches, and he told us about an Iron Maiden that will transport you if it eats you. And so we're going to go do that. So unfortunately, we're going to lose a rune arc because of it, but it's going to teleport us to the next area of Volcano Manor that we're going to do. And we're going to go down, we're going to get a boss, and we're going to grab a grace. And then after that, we're going to teleport to the actual room of Volcano Manor where we've gotten the grace before. And we will, oops, gold talisman. And we'll fight a boss. It's just a duo Iron Virgins, or Iron Maidens, I should say. I don't know. I've heard both of them called They're called Iron Virgins later in the game by somebody, and then I've heard people call them Iron Maidens. I'm not too sure which one it is. But either way, we have to fight 2 of those at the same time. They're not that powerful, so it's okay. It's actually like the Iron Maidens that we fought in Mount Gelmir were far more intense and worse, so these will be easy. We'll just summon in the Mimic real quick to distract one, maybe take out the other. And then we will call it an episode. Next episode, we will start the Volcano Manor itself. And the Volcano Manor is not long. We should get through it in just 1 episode, so see how that goes. Actually, depending on how it goes, next episode might be the episode that we take out our next Shard Bearer, but we'll see. If not, I might end it early, like at 145, 150, maybe even 130, and save the next 2 Shard Bearers for the episode after that. Because we got 1 Shard Bearer right after another coming up. It's very quick. We'll defeat 1 Shard Bearer, go up a little bit, do a Catacombs, and then we're at the next second Shard Bearer, like immediately after that, so... just a few more. See, I'm hoping this room farm works out for you guys, because it is just too easy, too quick, compared to fighting all the vulgar militiamen, who we, once again, just have a couple hundred more than we need, so we're awesome. Okay, go to the schoolhouse classroom. We're going to pick up some items that we ignored before, because I told you I didn't want to go down there and lose a rune arc, so I'm doing it now. Oh wait, no, actually I do got to go through Vigor and everything first, so my apologies, because I'm doing that 3 times. Then I'll go down to my attack attributes, which, like I said, is fine. I want to get the Vigor and everything up. I'm going to get Vigor up to 55, Mind up to 35, and then Endurance up to 40. And that is where we'll leave it. So before we fall off, you see that item shining over there. So we're going to go... Oh, actually, that's an item in a different area that I missed. Oh, well. Well, we got some stuff down here we can grab. It's some ashes. We're going to get chased by some little militiamen. And some big zombies are going to wake up, too. It's okay, especially taking damage, because we need to be at a low health while this Iron Maiden grabs us, because you have to die by the grab. It has to be the grab attack. If you die by anything else, then yeah, you're gonna get just teleported back to where we just came from. So like I said, if any of these guys hit you, don't worry about it. You need to take no damage. There's an item up there that we gotta grab, and there should be a talisman to grab first, so don't worry about this thing. It's gonna be running around freaking out. Just let it hit you and grab the stuff down here first. Grab this talisman right here, or a smithing stone, I should say. There should be a talisman down here somewhere. Let's go up here and grab this item, and then we'll go down and try and get eaten. Lost Ash of War. I don't think there's anything behind it. Yeah, nothing. But there should be an item up this little... Hey, missed. That's what we need him to do. We need him to grab us and eat us. But not until we grab this talisman first. So that should prevent the damage, or at least reduce damage from the falls, or it silences your footsteps, one of the two. It's one of the assassin talismans. Helps with stealth. Okay, that should be everything. So let's go see if we can get eaten. Like I said, you got it. It tends to try and eat you a lot, so I think it knows, you know, what it needs to do. But we need that attack to be the attack that kills us. Otherwise, it won't work. It'll take a few more hits just to... I'll take one more hit. Yeah, from this. And then we can... Hopefully this does it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hopefully he tries to eat me. Yes. Oh no! Oh, you punk. I better heal. Yeah, because I don't want to die from this. I'm not trying to eat me. No. There we go. This should do the trick, guys. Yes. Right on the button. So, we grabbed all those items, let it meet us. It will teleport us into a section of the Volcano Manor. Now, you can get to this section, I believe, from a couple of different rooftops you can climb up. Yeah, I think like right here. Maybe, maybe not, not sure. But, we're just going to go, there's a secret dungeon back here. We're going to go grab a grace and then go over to that secret dungeon, fight the boss, and then call it an episode. Go ahead and crack my rune on. So, it's not really necessary to have Bloodhound step out here, but it helps. But more importantly, we got some bats we gotta knock out. Oh, I took off my projectile sorcery. Sure did, didn't I? Forgot about that. I said, I'm not going to need this, and here I am needing it. Oh, I had the wrong weapon out. Well, I guess I buffed myself. Shouldn't be anything over there. Whoa, I actually homed on to him. I wasn't even locked on, it went to him. Even though I shot it at the other one. That was interesting. Alright guys, drop down here. And very carefully make sure you're heading towards the edge, because if you fall all the way down, you'll take some disturbing damage. Hit this slug, he's kind of programmed to attack you as soon as you drop down, so... Just run around these slugs and ignore them. Drop down right here. And drop down right there. And then jump over here. And then one more right here. I'm going to throw some pots at this guy right here. See the little guy with the arms? These are the crawly dudes, and they do some serious damage. This dude hugs you, he's going to drain just about half, like 60% of your health in one hug. These guys are annoying, and these guys cast some pretty strong magic too. So, yeah, we've got some vicious Albinorics in the Volcano Manor, to say the least. Very vicious. Alright, let's go ahead and sit down and heal up. And we'll go fight a couple of Iron Maidens to wrap up the episode. So, a couple items to grab over here. Go ahead and bust out Bloodhound Step. Just because it is thick lava, it's, see, can't run through it, so it's either Bloodhound Step or turn around and just do back steps like this. Those are your two options to get through the lava quickly. So Bloodhound Step is obviously just a lot easier. And then we're done. So we're going to fall into a trap right here. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just run straight into it. And right here is our new farm for budding cave moss. So we're going to have a site of grace that'll take us right next to this room. So from now on, we don't need to go to the Academy Cave to get Budding Cave Moss. We can come here and just grab 13 of them right off the bat. Then go sit at the grace and do it again. So awesome, awesome place to farm for these. Let's get buffed up. So like I said, it's going to be an easy fight. These guys are going to go down just a few hits. But they rush you, and it's pretty freaky, kind of intimidating the way they rush you at the start of it. So don't be surprised by that. They're going to jump right up on you, but we'll summon the Mimic in, step aside, heal, and then we'll tool them up. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Thank you, Mimic. For that, we get a spear that has fire damage and blood loss on it. It's very, very cool. And you can upgrade it with just Somber Smithing Stone, so very awesome. Hey, we've got the same helmet on. Right on. What's up? All three of us. Look at us. My brother's in Imp Wolf head helmet. What's going on? And this is another way to get into Mount Gelmir early, you guys. That is Seathwater River down there. Place we've already been to. That is the ruins where we fought the Tibia Mariner. It's just another entry into Mount Gelmir, or the Atlas Plateau, I should say, just in case you haven't gone this way. So, alright, you guys. So, starting next episode, we are starting the Volcano Manor. I will meet you guys right here. We will speak with Tanith and join the Volcano Manor and start doing its missions. So, we are making some serious progress, you guys. This is awesome. So, like I said, the Volcano Manor will have some missions that'll take us back into other areas and land masses. So we'll have a couple of invasions that we got to do and stuff like that. And then the last one will be up over here. And so we won't be able to do it until we come into the next landmass, which means we will have to defeat the boss of the Lindale capital. But before that, we'll go ahead and do everything that we can up in Volcano Manor. We'll go through the entire castle up to the last boss door, and then we'll stop just like we did with Lindell. And once we get to the last boss door, we've done the last mission, then we will come over here and fight the last boss of the capital. We'll go up, do the last mission, and then we'll come and fight the boss of Volcano Manor, and then from there we're on into the second half of the game, or I should say the third part of the game. So go ahead and level up. Let me just recap the level up routes. We're done with this because we have a new one. If you need Glinstone Fireflies for magic pots, and then there's some Fergal Bloom up above if you want to grab that there. Come here for the 5 octopuses for their ovaries. There's foliage in this field right here if you need it. There's also foliage in Jarburg if you need it. There's smoldering butterflies all around here. We no longer need to farm for budding cave moss here. There's herbas right here, along with some birds if you need feathers. This is for the volcanic stones for the volcano pots, which are those awesome fire pots. This is right here. This rampart is where you get Fergal Bloom, good portion of it. And then down below, we have the one for melted mushrooms right here, running around grabbing the melted mushrooms in the bushes. And then melted mushrooms and the silver tear husks, which we need to make our perfume bottles. So very, very, very important. So those are the routes. I'm going to go through each route once or twice in between episodes. And I don't have enough runes to justify a level up, so I'm just going to wait until we get into the next episode to level up. We leveled up plenty this episode. I think we leveled up like 3 times, so we're totally good there. I'm just going to run for supplies. And then, of course, add Abductor Virgin. Whoa. Add Abductor Virgin to the route instead of the Academy Crystal Cave, because that's where we're going to be getting budding cave moss for our perfume bottles from now on, is right at the Abductor Virgin. So I'm gonna do that in between episodes. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna farm. I might go farm for some smithing stones down here, just in case you guys haven't taken down the mausoleum. Come down here and fight these guards. Eat a silver foulfoot while you do it. That might bring me up to like 40,000 runes, but I'm still not gonna level up in between episodes. But I will farm for materials. I recommend you guys do the same. And then meet me over here in the Volcano Manor, and we will start our 4th Legacy dungeon, you guys. If you got any questions in the meantime, just leave them in the comment section. If you got any knowledge you want to drop on me as a content creator, because I'm always looking to learn from anybody that knows more than me. So please just be nice. I ask, just saying you suck, your quality sucks doesn't help me get better. But if you got some knowledge and you're like, hey, you should do this or try this, just please. I'm eager to learn, very eager to learn. And yeah, that's gonna do it, you guys. Until the next one, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other. You guys know I love you. I'll see you later.